about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get up out the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. I score up in the end zone, do my dance all on a hater. A mover and a shaker, you a novice, I'm a player. I'm from DC, but I'm running through and sacking like a raider. 2 chains on my neck, one for now and one for later. If we don't play fair, baby, we play for keeps. You can pass me up, this is not a bye week. I'm looking for a trophy competition, looking steep. Yeah, I'm training, I've been focused, I've been bombing from the deep. I'm like, move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get up out the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. Move the needle for the city like the championships. All my records go hard, this a champion hit. I've been working for this moment like I've been in the gym. Jumping all over hurdles, I'm evading the pit. Get to here with anybody, take them, I can shake them. I invite them to the fire, then I bake them, I'ma break them. I'm a Hall of Fame legend, they should go and hang my jersey. Made to put in work, I don't think they really heard me like. Move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get up out the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. Ain't no stopping me, ain't no topping me. I am up, number 1 seed, ain't nobody popping up. Got a squad of gorillas from the jungle suited up. You kicking off against me, hope you ready, get it up. I be booted up, popping out a Sprinter or a truck. Whole team chasing bags while they chasing us. Calling audible, I read the game, I think it's time to switch. You get hit, if I miss, then my teammates got the blitz, yeah. Move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get up out the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains.
Rick Rock. TikTok. West Hip Hop. Are you ready for some football? Ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. Down in Mississippi and New Orleans, Big Snoop Dogg got a Madden league. His team is off the hook and you don't really want none, but if you do, come and get some. See, tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Come get some if you want some, but you ain't bad enough, so you can't take none. I'm Big Snoop Dogg and I'm the only one. And when it comes to Madden, all y'all fools my sons. Haha, bag up off me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving Madden blues. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out so fast. Cause I can get you with the run or I can hit you with the pass. Come on. I can't be touched and I can't be schemed. Roll you when I'm in a mud league. 2-0, 2-0, Madden time on you suckers. Y'all can't get close, so why you wanna touch us? Cause my team is so hard, my team is legit. Madden 20, Snoop Dogg is, I get it. Come on. I got cleats on my feet, jersey on my back, helmet on my head, ready to attack like that. Down in Mississippi and New Orleans, Big Snoop Dogg got a Madden league. His team is off the hook and you don't really want none, but if you do, come and get some. See, tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Come get some if you want some, but you ain't bad enough, so you can't take none. I'm Big Snoop Dogg and I'm the only one. And when it comes to Madden, all y'all fools my sons. Bag up off me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving Madden blues. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out so fast. Cause I can get you with the run or I can hit you with the pass. Come on. I can't be touched and I can't be schemed. Roll you when I'm in a mud league. 2-0, 2-0, Madden time on you suckers. Y'all can't get close, so why you wanna touch us? Cause my team is so hard, my team is legit. Madden 20, Snoop Dogg is, now get it. Come on. Go. Big Snoop Dogg, it's in the game.
I don't wanna be on the
took me so long getting back to my right mind. 5 days straight, no rest, oh well. I don't need no scale. I've been on my, I don't need no help. Always getting money, rain, snow, sleet, every day I work my thumb. I don't get to take off, but haters get up. I'm ready like lift off. I never been nowhere, but I'm ready to stay gone. Nothing ever lasts long. I'm always beating the odds. Taking all these trips, I had to go and get a passport. I'm just trying to live, I don't know what these mad for. I just signed a deal and got a really big bag for it. Still at your mama crib, ain't getting money, you gotta ask for it. I'm tired of complaining, I gotta change my situation. Looking at the view outside, I thought I would never make it. Every day they take, but that don't stop the money making. If you want it, go and take it, ain't no point in hesitating. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind.
It's lonely on top of the throne. I am a king, not a pawn. Hop on a jet across the globe. I guess the world is my home and there's so many milk. Bird in my dome and like turbulent air. I'm switching these flows. If you look at my neck, boy, I'm letting it snow. I'm sturdy as hell as a vessel alone. They showing me love in my city. Gangs ain't hippies. Women like Nicki know what I'm about. I'm not the stereotypes. They do not fit me. I'm bigger than life. Gave everyone dogs. I'm not a guard. Go hard with a squad. I'm playing my part, but I'm LeBron. Rings to the team. I feel Jackson and hard. The homie calling from a cell. A couple of homies be making it. I just want all of them dudes to do well. Not worry about taking a couple of L's. Don't sin for me, just win for me. Don't kill for me, just live for me. Keep it real for me. We eat together, leave the bill for me like. Hand on my heart, I give it all I got. Walk the walk and talk the talk. Take it higher, that's a God. Hand on my heart, no, I give it all I got. Walk the walk, talk the talk. Take it higher, that's a God. Never stopping, that's a must. Always winning, never lost. GPS, I never lost. GPS, I never lost. Who do it better than me? Yeah. Vision on 2020, yeah. VVS, Clippity, yeah. Determination, laser focus. Banging on they know they taking notice. Determination, laser focus. Banging on they know they taking notice.
Like that. It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't get too bad, my bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Ay. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Yeah. Friday, payday, run it back. Ay. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. Ay. I cop a car, I run it back. Yeah. Go your then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Hello? That's the check calling. Let me click over real quick to let my check talk it. I eat, ooh, Pac-Man, that's the way my neck talking. Right? I ain't never coming back the way the stress. You don't make no clap back when you backpack, my bad, but I'm past that. With a NASDAQ, that's cash. When the money fall, I'ma slap that. Clap when the money go, you don't slap. That's facts. If the money low, I'ma grab brown man. When it come back, I'ma give back my bad. When the check hit, the direct hit, I'm glad. When the check missed the direct hit, I'm sad. Like, who's that knocking at my window? They say that it's the money, I'm like tenfold. Over and out. That's gon' make you up like a limbo. She said she not a, she an. Ooh, why you do that like that? It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't get too bad, my bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Ay. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Ay. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. Ay. I cop a car, I run it back. Go your then run it back. run it back, run it back, run it back.
Hey, how fit to be the boss? Let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game. Touchdown, I got a stunt. Randy Moss, yeah, my numbers going up. All these trophies, what do I need any more for? Check the stats up, you can check the scoreboard. Check the stats, Jay Critch, I'm the QB. Ran it up and then I went and got a new freeze.
Now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team.
You look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. How fit to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. If you ain't a winner, then don't come round. On my way to another city, it's a touchdown. Underlay, yeah, I gotta get it in a rush now. Let them hate, try to knock me down, but we got up now. You say that you ballin', keep it real though. Hey, why I never saw you in the field though? Hey, I make it look easy, it's a field goal. I've been grinding for a minute and I'm still going. How fit to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. How fit to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon.
Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with Eli Manning and the New York Giants. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. Here's the former number 2 pick, the Pro Bowler Saquon Barkley. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. To throw is Manning. We see this is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Give him 30 yards there. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Manning. And he fires one incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Manning will try again on 2nd down. And now he'll tuck it and run. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Stop. Hey.
Throwing is Manning. Dancing to his left. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that's going to make it 4th down. So the Giants now are going to turn it over to their field goal unit. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is good. Off season, probably a lot of... But at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Set, 30 base.
Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
Ready?
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Side complete. That's Pearson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
Is he running right? Feels like it.
A 1st down carry for Smith. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 39. On 1st down, he'll drop the throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
On 2nd down, it's Smith. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they're holding for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team. I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Oh, they wouldn't even let me move.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that'll make it 3rd down. Shotgun now for Manning. Quickly here, and that's complete. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because...
And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And this is caught. A big breakdown defensively there on the fake punt. Turns into a huge play and a first down. Well, kind of interesting for sure. It worked out for them. They only had a yard to go. You know, when you do that fake punt, you're kind of starting back further than you need to when you only have 1 yard.
Yeah, and I guess they felt like that was a true full fake because most of the time with a yard to go, you leave your offense on the field, you run something from your playbook. But here, they gave the full impression they were going to punt it away and picked up the first down. They definitely surprised us.
I was going to say surprise, surprise. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Into the red zone now. Manning. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field. And that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control. And how about the end result? A touchdown.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, it does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now a throw here on second down, and that's complete. The reception good for 7. It's third down. They'll try to run forward with Smith. And an alley to run. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Can we just try to trump my safety with him?
They keep it with Smith on first down. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down.
Thanks.
The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I already knew I was taking that nigga out of stop.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Well, the spark that ignited the Cowboys-Giants rivalry goes back to 1960 when Dallas's first head coach and former New York Giants assistant Tom Landry. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Yeah, hopefully this league works out, man.
Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
I know motherfuckers
get their ass. Their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablets.
A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Hey, stand up! General West.
Yeah. And niggas always feel bad when they get their ass whooped by them.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Pearson. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. So 2nd in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Second down and inches.
Let's go.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
OC.
Right down and the definite distance to take a shot downfield, but it didn't work out the way that they had envisioned.
No.
Yeah, I gave who the fuck I gave? I gave Staubach an X Factor. I think he was kind of fast. I think that's what I gave the X Factor to. But you should probably put Hayes in at receiver. Yeah, I'll put Jason Witten at fullback. Yeah. And he's slow as dirt. Nigga slow as a motherfucker, boy. Nah, you wildin', nigga. You could've went. Nah, you need to go to defense. Yeah, cause I think I age dropped Sean Lee. Yeah, I age dropped Sean Lee, so you might want to get him some tick. And I moved DeMarcus Ware either to right outside linebacker or put that nigga on the end instead of DeMarcus Ware. Or Sean Lee. Either works. Bet.
That's a situation where if you take a sack close to the line of scrimmage, it's not that bad. But a loss like that, you can't take a sack there.
Yeah, absolutely. The one thing you cannot do, they did.
Looking to throw. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Pearson. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
They won't let me switch to the do under, yeah.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Oh!
Smith. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And all the way down to the 25-yard line. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL.
Let's go.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me
I don't know, but you sure ain't look at Emmett at all. Nobody was with that nigga.
How much pressure is in the face of a guy? And can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
A quick throw complete out to Beckham.
Ooh.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Eli Manning,
they
what a
disrespected
fixture
you,
he has been for the Giants organization, making his 15th opening day start in this game,
you're supposed
going
to go
all
all
the way
versus
back to
the
2005. Of course, the question, will this be his last opening day start for the 38-year-old quarterback? The Giants drafting Daniel Jones out of Duke, 6th overall in the 2019 draft. And that closed up quickly.
Fuck
there.
yeah, nigga, the way you came across the fucking field.
Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. Throwing now is Manning. He's got Cruz complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give him 18 there, and the Giants have a first down.
That was an awful
defensively,
throw.
they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front.
Yeah, old school ain't taking no hits.
It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback.
That's how I use my age drop
downfield.
Man, Bills beat the shit out of that nigga. Oh, Davin versus Kidd was pretty good. Okay.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. To throw again.
Oh, I fucked that up.
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45.
Man, that fucking safety came down. Like,
why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the line?
I was like, oh, that cornerback beat. The safety dropped in that bitch.
On the field. Now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. To throw. Throw left side complete. It's Pearson. Touchdown.
I don't know who the fuck I thought Roll was, but he was moving slow.
Big play there. 45 yards as they are now on the board.
Pearson, I ain't even see that nigga on your team.
The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That
they should have gave you Rocket
preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half.
I think that nigga was fast.
This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played.
Like, he beat the shit out of the Jets, though. And I was struggling with the Jets when we played in preseason. Hell, I was struggling against the Ravens, and they got their ass beat, too.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1.
Ooh, that slow-ass spin, boy.
And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in. And he's hit and taken.
I'm so glad I got sacked.
Eli sacked. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts.
See where your head at.
As they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
Either that or get some fucking stats. One or the other.
And the Cowboys here on 3rd down, bringing in an extra defensive back. From the gun, it's Manning. They'll let it go deep. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Now a timeout taken.
Shit, he
Perhaps
better have caught
a chance
it.
for one more quick
cut
play
in.
and then
Did
another
everything I was
timeout
supposed to.
if they hurry. We'll see. On 1st and 10, here's Manning.
Ooh, they hold me.
Sacked back at the 45-yard line. And before this second down play,
all he had to
we'll
do was
whistle a
touch
signal
past
and
that
a
one. Like, just
timeout.
quickly throw
So,
that
boy,
bit.
that's already the 3rd they burn here. They are out of timeouts now before we've even hit the 4th quarter. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This is fielded at the goal line.
Oh, let's go.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here at half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Giants history. All they have is that first
here just to try and get some space.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Let's go.
And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all
This your first
game long.
franchise, right?
They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
Like this your first time playing in the
He
league?
gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
So you know how to build your team and stuff like that, and get get traits and shit.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. They'll look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over.
Touchdown, Giants! Saquon
Can't believe you just let me bait you like that all the way up the field.
And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now
that Bears
he's over
nigga, that's my
100
dog
yards.
right now.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt.
Because when a nigga get beat 70-0,
point after, right down the middle,
and they ain't coming to chat and complain, that's a real nigga.
Up successful.
Gotta be.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2.
Or not. Let's go.
And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
All right, let's bring some heat this place. See what they tell me.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's complete to Smith. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Shit. They made that nigga Emmett run that route lazy as
first down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hayes. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. He'll look to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that of just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump over the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 30. Back to throw now on 1st down. And this is caught by Witten, the tight end.
And he was about
and he'll go down at the 28. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. The last time we saw Jason Witten on a football
all you
field
should
instead of the broadcasting booth was, of course, 2 years ago, 2017. He had 63 catches, 560 yards, 5 touchdowns. It was his 11th Pro Bowl that season for a man who came into the league back in 2003.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, it was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They go back to the ground with Smith. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the second
I think
half.
I'm one of the few people that do
look
it.
at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it.
I run
but
commit like a
spread it out,
motherfucker.
maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
Be 8 up.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a
Sometimes I get
touchback.
lucky. Most of the time I get killed.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it?
Ooh, got his ass, boy.
Now if you're coming back out, now they've established.
He's got it at the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. 75 yards.
Oh, you was trying to move in here?
The Giants are able to add on to their lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive.
I was gonna say,
Just
you got,
one play,
there's another room
75 yards
upstairs.
to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go.
Huh?
Remember, rarely is it a straight line. 75
I seen y'all slept on the
yards.
couch last night. Y'all ain't have to.
So whatever the final
Lele.
number is, a well-deserved seat
Get
on
you
the
two then,
bench.
girl.
A little oxygen if he wants it as well.
Extra point right down the middle, so they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand.
Yeah, I finally
and
found the
they'll
extra
take that.
factor I like for a
Kickoff
quarterback,
unit as
man.
they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line.
So, like, most niggas like that escape artist so they can just run around and chuck that bitch. I like that Omaha. I forgot what the one's called. But the one that gives you extra
Trying to get the run game going. Here's
Ooh, he
Smith.
blocked both of us.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one 28 yards on the ground.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early, so you have
Gimmick
vision
you
to
playing,
see
you
what's
better get
happening
that
in front
field
of you.
treatment.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him. But don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
They talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
And nobody leaked. Big play. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. It's caught. Smith. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space.
Fuck that up.
Use his leg.
He dropped it.
If he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
I'm just mad at my hand slipped like it did.
They'll look to throw here. Over the middle, complete. That's Pearson. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Smith trying to run for it. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. 2nd and 11. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now in Arlington. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter play. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
I know this
all I
is
got
your
is that
partner,
front
so
seven.
forgive me for jumping in, but there's no decision right here. They have to go for it in this situation. They're down on the scoreboard. How many other opportunities are you going to get?
Yeah, I'm with you. Fourth quarter, like you said, down on the scoreboard. And remember here, a field goal virtually. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down. So let's
shit, hell yeah, give me the ball.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
That's the way you make it spin. That's the way you make it spin, baby.
That's a clutch moment in history, too.
Come on,
Had 7 in your hand. Put it back. Give it here.
I can't 61. Match box in.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he's able to get him a small cushion before being taken
I
down
just
at the
knew
5,
that
a
joke.
gain of 3. A gain of 3, second down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 5-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Quick hitter here. It's complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
That was an accident. That dude like
wide
died or
receiver screen
something.
is
Like,
getting enough blockers in front to
why
create
my
a wall,
receiver
let
let him
pick a
go?
spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 13 yards, good for a giant first down. A first down carry for Barkley. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
You know, for this to be a legendary O-line,
Offensively with the lead,
shit.
you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Now Manning. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football before he knew it. He was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
This is brought in at the 21. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time.
He broke the shit out of him.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That boy broke the shit out of him.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. He's going to loft one deep left side here.
Montreal, let's go.
And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect
That's
more
the Michael
passes
Irvin I
like
was
that
playing on
downfield.
his yard.
They'll set up the screen to Smith, and he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Back to throw. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
I felt that in my soul.
Possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10
I
at their
love
own
these rosters,
46.
I feel like it's perfectly built to make hard decisions.
So after the INT, it's Manning. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
Touchdown.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
13 yards, good for a giant 1st down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but this league, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
To throw is Manning. It's caught by OBJ. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be
all I need
down.
is come down a little
2
bit
minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be giving a whole lot of credit to the running game, the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll be second and goal.
But I forgot what the press in the middle of that. Oh, let's go.
That is caught at the 7-yard line. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down.
All right, partner, I wasn't good enough to get this done, but I played with plenty of guys who did. When they spotted wide receiver screen and they got to the football fast and blew the whole thing up, the same result as we just saw usually happened. No gain.
Back in the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Well, it's been a tough go for them. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a fourth down. Well played.
They come up in an offset eye, and they're going to go for this thing. They're not going to leave anything to chance. They're going to roll the dice on 4th and goal. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And this Cowboy defense comes up with a goal line stand.
I'm coming for the blitz. Head hunter. Head hunter.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. This quarterback now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. He's going to let it fly. That's caught inside the 20. And this will get him all the way inside the Giants' 10. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete.
Try to get that.
You got to be precise with your throws,
that's
especially
when
in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
Here's a 2nd and 7.
Let's go.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time defensively. Nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that.
Let's go.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as he'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And no, it's incomplete. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshake. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off around the 41. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
I just knew in my soul that Victor Cruz was about to catch him.
They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Why'd you cut in?
With 9 seconds
down
showing on the clock.
Go get that hole.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Nah, he dropped the hell out of that.
2nd and 10. Looking for the end zone. And this is caught. So it's a late touchdown, but maybe too late. Still a little time left on the clock, however. Problem for them, they needed that score with a little more time left on the clock. I think just too little, too late now.
I would agree with that, and we're programmed never to say never. But in this case, we're asking a lot for them to even think they have a chance.
Extra point splits the uprights, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And a big loss here as he's taken down. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Yeah, real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason, and now I'm listening to you. So for the Giants, it was a hard-fought game, and they'll exit 1-0 as they win by a touchdown. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Dallas, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Washington. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready? Get ready, dog. This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People want to know where Mace, Posse, Dave went. Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went. Legs, arms, and head, all being moved in a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred, meaning credentials. Best of both worlds when we rocking over pearls in the instrumental. Are you ready? Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Steady, to the letter rock, turn it up. We giving a show, but can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, passing your receiver. All about running the spot. And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather. Cardio kingpin, subjugate the dub play. And you know we can't wait to bring spins. A-star quizzes, A+ the final. Vocals we align, we'll move it all simultaneously on the choice of rock. We earn 30 years so you can say we got 3 turns. Live off.
Now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team.
Hey man, what's good?
If you want some, but you ain't bad enough, so you can't take none. I'm Big Snoop Dogg, and I'm the only one. And when it comes to Madden,
You like this league?
my sons. Bag up off me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving Madden blues. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid.
That.
All right, Coach, we welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Oakland Raiders and the New York Giants. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Down. 10 too soft.
Check 55 to Mike. Hey, defense, left up.
All right. Let's see what he's doing. Bam.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley.
I messed that up.
4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. To throw on 2nd and 6. Jones. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Hey, Haywood.
On 3rd down, Jones. Got a man, Slayton. He's going to have this down deep into Oakland territory. A big play there for the Giants. 61 yards.
You better be doing. Oh my God.
Barkley, spinning away. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Hey, orbit.
Now Jones. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Giants take it right down and score on the opening drive. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories. And you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do. And when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
I don't see how y'all do much. I'd be so bored.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. First carry for Josh Jacobs. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
He just trucked the fuck out of that dude.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Throwing now is Carr. He's going to go for a big play down and got his man complete. It's a gain of 35.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Carr. And he'll find Moreau here. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Carr going to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I'm cool with it. I think one-handed that bitch, though.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Throwing on first down. Jones. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Throwing, Jones. That's complete to Slayton. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. On that catch, he's already eclipsed 100 yards here in the first quarter. Charles, he's on pace for over 400.
And playing with great confidence, isn't he? I think he probably had it coming into the game, and now that he's really come out of the gate this strongly, I'd like to be in the huddle with him right now. You know he's demanding the football. And guess what? I'd throw it to him. He's having a fantastic game, and they haven't defended him yet.
It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 42-yard line. A toss out to Barkley. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. On 2nd and 9, Jones. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Cleveland Farrell in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. The Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down.
600 yards this game.
Jones now. From the gun, he'll throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. They'll start out here with a jet sweep, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
I know he's fast, so that's exactly who I was going after in the drive.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
They're running it. 6:37.
On 2nd down now. Richard. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
And mark him down, close to the 40 at the 39. 21 yards there on 3rd down.
Let's try this.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Carr. This complete to Jones. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Carr gives to Rashard.
I needed it.
Try to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but eventually they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Carr looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He's airing it out for Williams. And this is taken in at the 5.
Oh, my gosh.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's what
Nothing conservative about that play call. You said earlier in the quarter you wanted to see them open things up, maybe take some shots downfield. There you go.
Yeah, and that one was successful. But even if they're not successful, when you take those shots downfield, they've got to back off a little bit, loosen up a little bit on defense, and give you a little bit more room if you want to run the football.
It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive.
And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Dexter Lawrence has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Now Carr. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab. As they are now on the board here in the first half. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
And it's like
this will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Ooh, that was the block.
But he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll run with Barkley. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
64, weak. 5. Hey, lock it. 5.
Here's Jones from the gun on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Max Crosby make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining.
They're trying to get some tape. Let's go to play style number 3.
A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
There we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. It's caught. Jones.
Just ain't had his speed.
And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. And an alley to run. He's got a 1st down and much more inside the 20. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line.
That's Carr.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Play alive.
Carr now on 1st down. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Dexter Lawrence in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
What the fuck?
Williams was the intended target, but now it'll be 3rd down. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. From the gun,
first he didn't know if I was going to make it.
He'll find his running back here with
cleared the whole fucking
and
field.
He'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up 4th down. Carlson able to put this one through. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the 2nd half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
That's what it is.